A good example of this unity is Song of the Wandering Aengus. The poet finds the fire of inspiration, so he cuts a hazel rod from the tree of knowledge. The rod, traditionally in Gaelic culture, symbolised the Vatic power of the poet, who held out the stick and could sense the water beneath, the hidden springs, the unconscious. He puts a red berry, at the end of his fishing rod and drops it in a stream. It could be an account of the creative process as practiced in the Celtic twilight, as if he's bringing everything hidden in the unconscious up to the light of knowledge, the silver trout that is caught. But the poem is about how elusive any image or symbol can become. The fish takes on a life of its own and eludes its actual capturer. And by now, the fire is no longer in the poet's head, it's something out there to be kindled. And in that whole process, art floats free of the maker. The fish turns into a glimmering girl, perhaps a reminder to Yeats that he had first seen his beloved Maud Gonne when she stood under an apple blossom. And she's only half glimpsed, just like Ireland itself may be at the time, an image seen and then lost. She sends a strange double message, at once calling Aengus by his name, the god of love, and yet running away, disappearing as the air brightens. The last stanza is strangely anticlimactic, and very much so after the hopes that preceded it. The poet is now old, he's like Oisin after the Fianna, but he's still committed to the exhausting quest, and he wants to hold the figure he has created. He sees this love, all love, as a challenge to time, and in one sense he wants to recapture the girl, but more deeply I think he wants to revisit the mysterious moment of creation and find the very constellation of sun and moon, the mysterious correlation of the moon around the sun. A poem that began with a fish, turns the fish into a girl, and then into a body that gives access to all the planets. It's very like the movement in Ulysses, which begins with trivial people and objects, moves through the worship of Molly Bloom to contemplation of the stars. That kind of shape changing is very common in Gaelic mythology. I think it's because changes of light and cloud formation made the same landscape look different every 10 or 15 minutes. Yeats is also very interested in using half rhymes like wood and head or dun and sun. It suggests a kind of aesthetic of emergence, of a self-information, as if the most interesting poetry is that which threatens to form a pattern but never quite does so. And this is what I think Yeats meant when he said, "To us poets the half-said thing is dearest." For poetry must always remain utterly a mystery.